How's it going, gamers? It's Nathan here. Figured I'd talk about the freaking trade that we didn't freaking take today. Today would have gave us a high ass profitability. I think it was like a 15 RR today, possibly. Like what I was originally going for was a freaking 9 RR. I'm okay with the freaking 9 RR, but the chances of us even going higher than a 9 RR was up to a 15 RR, and we freaking missed it. But yeah, as always, we missed our entry, which was actually in the 1 minute, and we weren't even looking at the 1 minute. We're focused on the 5 minute. And you know how it is with me, at least. If I don't, if my entry doesn't get hit, then we just don't trade for the day. And that was the case for today. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into the freaking charts. I hope you guys are having an amazing freaking Monday. I had like 3 to 4 hours of sleep, so I am freaking tired. But yeah, let's go ahead and go over this freaking trade, what our daily bias was, and why we even traded in the direction we did. So as always, market is last time where we left off. At least I don't know how many of you guys are coming from the old video. But our predictions were pretty basic. Market's going to go up from here. As you can see, market's starting to lose its momentum. I mean, it had a pretty strong bearish, movement. And as we get over here on Wednesday and then Thursday, it starts losing its momentum. Friday was just a consolidation. And then today, so you can see, market is slowly losing its momentum. So my thoughts are, okay, this is most likely going to be bullish. Let's look at the S&P to confirm. And boom, what do you know? Same thing. Yep, just that one is making higher highs. Okay, cool. So we go to the 30 minutes and we look for a decent SMT for the upside. So in this case, so you can see right over here from 1530 to 9, 1530 to 9. You'll see that difference, that big higher up move. Boom. So right over here, SMT 1530 to motherfreaking 9. Looks like a trend line. So SMT. Okay. So cool. We get a freaking SMT for the upside. We mark out our kill zone, which is 10 a.m. and market's most likely going to go up. So we're going to trade up for today. Now we go to the 5 minute. We look for decent spots where we might take our profit. Okay, cool. So where do we look for, right? In a big noisy chart. So we go to the 30 minutes. So the way that go works, at least for me, where I know where to place my demand and supply zones, I go to the bigger picture, right? Because obviously, if you go to the 1 minute, too noisy, too much is going on, right? Don't really know where to put your demand zones. Same thing with the 5 minute, although it's a little cleaner, still too noisy. I straight up go to the 30 minutes and I look for the last move down, which in this case it was, let's see, roughly about this one before it does its little trend move. So this one, okay? Let's mark out this little area right over here and see if we can find something in the 5 minute, in which I do. I believe I go for this entire thing right over here. Or is it this one? Pretty sure I went for this one. Pretty positive. Okay. So that is our freaking demand zone. Now our supply zone, well, that one still needs to be made. I'm not quite sure we were going to trade, but for the sake of it, This hasn't been met yet, so we'll just use this for now, kind of as a retainer to see if it'll hit it. Now it's not guaranteed, but it's there for the, you know, for choice picks. Okay, so we just give you a little quick brief rundown. Daily bias is pretty simple. So all I do is I go to the higher time frame, look at market direction, see how market is doing, where it's headed. I look at the S&P, see if it's doing the same thing, which in this case it is. I look for SMTs in the 30 minutes, of course. SMT, nope. SMT from here to here. SMT from here to here. Sorry, I had somebody call me. So daily bias, right? We'll slow down for a bit. How did I find it? Why did I choose it? So we go in the 4 hour, we look at market direction, right? As you can see, markets, you know, like I said in the beginning, market is strong bearish and it slowly starts losing its momentum over here. Same thing with the S&P. In fact, S&P looks like it's pushing through harder than NASDAQ, the NASDAQ. Therefore, we are for sure going for the upside, right? To confirm this, to confirm the kill in the direction of morning open, we look for SMTs, right? In this case, we got a pretty solid one for the upside. Boom, as you can see, from 1530 to 9, from 1530 to 9. Cool. Okay, now we go to the 5 minute and we mark out good demand zones. For this one was this for me. You could go technically there, but for, I guess, a better squeeze of the pulp down there, and I don't know why that was there. And then this one right over here, kind of for a, forgot the word, but yeah, that one over there. Cool. Okay, now that we got all that set, now we wait for the 10 a.m. kill zone. So as you can see, market's doing a little push up and then market slowly drops down, which is perfect because that's exactly what we want. We want market to tap into our zone. Theoretically, in the 1 minute, this is where we should have entered, right? I guess realistically, you could have just done this one too. Didn't have to go that far. Because I think off of that one right there, yeah, it looks like it does a beautiful tap. Oh well. But yeah, I mean, in the 5 minute, it doesn't tap really. Realistically, we could have entered off of this candle right over here. If anything, it probably, because this little tap goes up and then back down. Realistically, would have entered off of that wick right there. So we put our long right there. Our stop. Want to make sure it is as small as possible. If we want more RR, so we could have honestly done it like about below that wick right there, or lower in the pre-hand. I guess we could do it as low as that just to make sure that, you know, we're chilling. But if you're okay with, you know, the chance of losing, go at least at 30, and then go all the way up to this right over here, because now that we got a decent demand zone, we can just go off of this right over here, and then boom, we missed a 16, but realistically it was a 9, so like that, it was like about that. But we definitely missed a pretty big one, pretty solid trade. And yeah, I mean, yeah, we missed the trade. So unfortunate, because the thing is too, the reason we didn't take the trade was, like I said, I was looking at the 5 minute, wasn't too focused on the 1 minute. I marked out, I put a entry order like right there as soon as this whole candle closed, in hopes that it would tap, and it actually moved without me. I was so sad. And that's just how it is sometimes. Sometimes you make them, sometimes you don't. Oh shoot, I think it will hit the retainer. Let's see. Let's see. And that's for a 30 RR. Which, of course, if you want to be greedy, by all means. But honestly, I think this one's like a 1 of 16. Oh, 17. Ooh. Juicy. Okay. I believe it would have hit. Let's see. Well, technically no, because right there you would have got taken out. But nonetheless, solid trade. I mean, realistically, right here, that's a 27. Right now, you'd be like at a 25. Yeah, that's like a perfect walk away. If you're like risking 200 too, that's literally $5,000 right there. If you're just doing hundreds like me, that's 2,500 right there. Yeah, not a bad trade. But I mean, like I said, I freaking missed the trade, my entry, like I said, because I was looking at the 5 minute. My mistake was I wasn't looking at the 1 minute, which I wasn't too focused on the 1 minute. Realistically, I wasn't looking to scalp, scalp. Because I tend to find it super noisy early on. So, I mean, it's okay. It happens. I was a little annoyed. I'm not going to lie to you. The fact that I wasn't able to take this gorgeous trade. But that's just how it is, right? Some of them you'll see them. Some of them you'll miss some. And it's just part of, the process. It's part of the game and whatnot. You make some, you lose some. You don't even trade some. So, with that being said, I mean, that was a freaking trade. If you guys liked this video, feel free to give me a freaking thumbs up. If you guys like more, or if you guys like this type of content, feel free to just give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more type of this content, become part of the family, subscribe. If you have any questions, concerns, or suggestions, or want to dive a little deeper into my strategy, I could definitely make a video on that. And yeah, other than that, that was a freaking trade. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. God bless. Jesus loves you. I freaking love you. Y'all have an amazing day.